and for air for Lae'zel, and we're also getting +1 weapons for Tosh. But lots of Vikings coming out for Thorzane, trying, I guess, to get air superiority to really give these Colossus their way. Zeal's got 4 bases now, so his income is off the charts. No, it's not. Somehow. Teal's is, though, with his other base up here, really well entrenched with the tank, support, turrets. That base is going to be hard to deal with. But here comes a push out. They're trying once again to capture up the high yield. There's so many lings. I would have liked to see maybe some banelings or continuing the upgrades, but that's not happening yet. Armory going down for Lae'zel? No, EXE. They're going to get the high ground though, so it's going to be really hard to deal with getting any bases up there. But there's no real air except the one tank, so it's going to be harder to deal with that engagement. Now there's Corruptors on the field for Lae'zel. I'm assuming he's going to switch to Broodlord tech. Oh, another observer in his base. But I don't know. I mean, he's getting the air upgrades, so he probably is going to switch. But the problem is that there's a lot of Vikings now for Thorzane. Tosh getting up another Nexus somewhere. Oh, right here, obviously. Both trying to get the golds to even out the fact that they have such a base inequality. But the highly mobile yellow army, and even teal, is going to try and go around. So quickly repositioning some of these tanks. Vikings hopefully going to pick off some of those Corruptors. Had to be careful. Good engagement there because he's got those Colossus cleaning up all of those lings. But they're making a huge push into the main here. Out of tank range, and now there's a lot of air forces. Stalker's blinking forward to try and give a little bit of support. But the teal army, EXE is able to get into Thorzane's main. He's going to dismantle his production facilities. Meanwhile, significant air battles going off. Storm now, I like this switch a lot from Tosh. Getting Storm, 30-something lings on the way, and all the while, a beautiful counterattack into the hatcheries. Or here, into Tosh's base. Able to repel it, though, because of the tank. 3 tanks. Putting down additional facilities there to try and help replace those that he lost. Oh, he's going to get the super depot. I think at this point he should also be getting charge. He's going to have a significant zealot force, only with +1. While these Marines are 1-1, he's going to need Marines and Marauders are 1-1. He's going to need to get charge, I think. And they need to do something about these bases. This planetary is D'ing that up. I love that decision. That's really cool. And he's getting another base here. I don't know where he's going to put it, except maybe to try and do additional defense, maybe? Or unless he wants to steal their own third expansion, I guess. But they've got some good mining happening on the high yield, but they're going to have to make the moves pretty quickly because the econ for these guys is huge, and this amount of Corruptors, that's a significant amount of Corruptors. With a nice bio ball coming in here, they're trying to move both armies out of position. Thorzane just has too many Vikings to deal with the small Viking force, but there are a lot of Corruptors. He's got 19 Corruptors, so that's going to be too much for the Vikings. The only advantage is that they don't hit ground, and we have a good amount of Templar, all with Storm. He's sitting on 5 Templar with Storm, so that's good. But I don't know, I think they need to be making some moves here to try and lock this down. The problem is, with how mobile Zerg is, this is exactly the problem. You move your army, and you get countered, and now you've got tanks on the high ground. Defensed very well. So that's going to deny mining for Tosh there for a good, at least a little while. He drops his Vikings. I don't know why. Nice Storm. +2/+2 coming in for EXE. Storm's going to Lots of storms, really weakening up those armies. But the position they have entrenched is really good. They might want to try and come in and position up here. Yeah, it looks like that's what they're going to do. Teal did take their base, so the base play. Oh, all these drones just get eradicated. Oh man, this positioning is really good. The Templar, they're waiting for this army to come back around. You have to be careful just not to overextend too much, because maybe they're just going to go for a counter. It looks like that's what they're going to do. Say, the hell with you. Go ahead. Take that position. Templar need to get off some storms. Oh, they switch into Archon. But I doubt the Archon lives for very long. So now, what do? We have one force pushing up into the main. One force taking both the naturals. And one kind of defending against any sort of flanking from this army over here. Yellow is now supply blocked. Thorzane not yet, but his supply is dwindling as there's attacks all over the map happening. I don't think that Mouz is going to be able to deal with all of this. They're going to have to force the retreat. And I mean, they didn't even touch their defenses here. So they're fairly well entrenched at all places. I mean, EXE has been such a great job with his economics. And this, I mean, he's not going all bio, but he's showing that the mobile bio force, with that many Marauders, with 2/2 upgrades, does a hell of a lot of damage. So here comes Team Mouz's defense here. Probably just trying to trap them in. All these Corruptors, all these Mutalisks. The Colossus are a little exposed. They're going to drop so fast. Nice storms. Needs to drop a couple more of those. Corruption going out. All the Colossus just were eradicated with that superior air force. He's dodging all those storms. The Vikings are in pursuit, but Corruptors do a hell of a lot of damage. Oh, he even gets it away. I think that's it. Even the Lings are able to hide. Wow. And he's switching down to Roach Tech. I would have liked to have seen him go something a little bit higher tech, like... I mean, now it's too late, obviously, since he lost it. And he's got Spine Crawlers for days. That's really good Zerg play. He's down to 2 bases, so he's not going to be able to do a whole lot. Cleans up all of that, though. Thorzane still has a little bit of a menacing army, but... I mean, good luck dealing with that. He can go kill this, though. That he can do. He's got to be careful. Alright, good. Pulls back. He knows that that's not going to work. But this base he should be able to clean up. But he doesn't even have... There's no scans left. And this Viking has got... I mean, Banshee has got so much energy. He'll be able to sit here. Oh, man. They do say that late game... Oh, nice play. Really smart by Tosh to storm on top of it. Excellent, because otherwise he just would have been doing that forever. Teal's huge fireball with entrenched tanks. They're going to try and break. I mean, they have no choice, right? But, oh, nice storms. So many nice storms, but it doesn't even matter. He gets them all so low. GG coming out of Thorzane. GG from Tosh. That was some very excellent play from Fnatic. I honestly thought that Thorzane and his teammate were going to be a little bit more powerful, but these guys came in with a great plan. You know, I want to fast up to Marauders because they have such beefy range. You're going to get Lings to deal with any sort of drones that might push me because they do so well against Marauders. And I'm just going to sit out here knowing that they're going to build this wall. And I'm going to sit out and just pick it off when you bring your Overlord over. And he was able to get such important tech buildings and keep both guys in their base that his teammate Lazael was able to get up his base nicely after going pool first. And then with the huge amounts of bunkers, they were not dealing with any sort of counterattack, which was great too. So, I mean, that was it. Even when they had the contain, Mouz had the contain over here. Great play from with Zale with his Mutalisk Harass to force a lot of the army back, force attention over there, and then allow EXE to get a great big bio ball to break it. So excellent game 1 going to Team Fnatic. Game 2 is coming up next.